What up, though? Man, it's Monday, man. Official documentary, man, letting you in my life, man, letting you know what I've been through, where I came from, and I overcame the good, bad, the ugly, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. What up, though? Man, it's Monday from Detroit, Michigan. Born and raised. Moved to Oak Park when I was 13. Raised the rest of the way. And it's on me. What was my childhood like? Coming up, man, real close to my family, my brothers and sisters, man. Pretty much. We was big on family. Real close, real tight. Lost my mom at a young age, 13 years old. So it's kind of forced for me to be close and tight with my brothers and sisters, man. And that's pretty much it. Pretty much a good childhood, you know what I'm saying? Sporty childhood. I was into sports, man. Played football, played basketball, gravitated more to football. And that's pretty much it with that.
How many siblings do you have?
How many siblings I got? Well, it was five of us. I was second oldest of five. Five of us, 3 boys, 2 girls. That's pretty much it.
What was it like growing up without your mom?
What it was like growing up with my mom. It was tough, man. I feel like every kid need their mom in their life, especially boys, man. It's a different type of bond, especially, sitting inside of a woman for 9 months, man, having that bond. And, you know what I'm saying, kind of like not a detached type of bond, but, you know what I'm saying, she was real important to me, man, you know what I'm saying. My mom meant everything to me. Sacrificed a lot of things, you know what I'm saying. She raised me and my brothers and sisters single-parently. My dad was around, but you know what I mean by single-parently, meaning that, you know what I'm saying, them being separated and her raising us took a lot, sacrificed a lot just to be a mom, you know what I'm saying. So it was real tough growing up without my mom, man, especially with the year that I have. And I had I missed more years without her than being with her, you know what I'm saying. So it was real tough.
So who took care of you after your mom passed?
Who took care of me after my mom passed? My grandparents, my mother's parents, my grandma, my grandfather, pretty much. They was always around, even when my mom was alive. My mom was going through a certain type of illness, man, pretty much. So they was always around, but when she passed away, they stepped in. They did real good, man. So I always had a close bond with my grandparents too, man. You know, your grandparents is pretty much like your real parents, man. You know what I'm saying? So they was always hands-on, man, always there. Anything I need, provide for me and my brothers and sisters, man. So yeah, my grandparents pretty much raised me after my mom passed. I first got introduced to football when I was 10 years old. At the time, I lived in a neighborhood, was on the north end side of Detroit, pretty much Claremont and Woodward area. I stayed on a street called Kenilworth. Pretty much playing outside with the kids, man. You know what I'm saying? Back then, it's real different now, but back then, each street had a group of kids, and you know what I'm saying. We pretty much named our team after our street. And it was a field right next door to my house, man. And we pretty much used to play catch. Went from playing catch to playing pick them up, mess them up. You know what I'm saying? To two-hand touch. So that's when I first got introduced to football. I was 10 years old. I started playing organized football that year, man. Pretty much used to be a guy that ride around. His name was Earl Shakespeare, man. He'd ride around in the van, pretty much recruited kids through the neighborhood. We was playing in the field. He walked up, seen me, he liked me. So I want to say it was pretty much 2 months from the time that he seen me playing outside with my friend in the street. The team that I played for at that time was the Detroit Dragons. Detroit Dragons at the time was the first-year team. We played at Hutchins Middle School, pretty much down the street. That's kind of like Woodrow Wilson in the 12th neighborhood. Derrick Coleman neighborhood, as most of you guys, you know what I'm saying, know. That's from Detroit, Detroit side of that area. So, yeah, that's pretty much when I started playing organized football. At the time when I was 10 years old, that was the C team. It was my first year playing. My first year playing with the Dragons. It was exciting, bro. It was real exciting, man. I can remember like it was yesterday, bro, to be honest with you. The first year I ever played the game, it's crazy because the position I played, I didn't know nothing about football. I just liked to tackle. I played defensive end, starting out playing on the C team Dragons that year. That year, I think we pretty much only won like 4 games. But in the midst of playing that 4 games, that was my first year playing. I had fun, man. And I was a dog pretty much, man. I averaged probably like 2 to 3 sacks a game, literally. You know what I'm saying? So every team that was in Pal that year, from the Colts, Eastside Raiders, Westside Cubs, Steelers, Cougars, they pretty much knew me. I made a name for myself, man. At that time, I wore number 5. It was my first year playing football, and if, wearing single digit, that's a real big thing when you're playing little league, wearing a single digit. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much, you gotta back up what you talk. You know what I'm saying? So my first year, I did real good, bro. To be honest with you, playing defensive end.
How long did you play with the Dragons?
That was my first year I played with the Dragons, because you know how I come with recruiting, man. You play against other teams see your parents. I remember like it was yesterday. The Westside Cubs, Coach Tandy, he actually still with the Cubs. He walked up to my dad like, man, he need to be playing with us, man. He's a real good player, you know what I'm saying? No shade to the team that I was playing on, but it was pretty much selling to my parents, you know what I'm saying? It was a better organization, better kids. For you to even get better, you're only good as your competition. So I stepped over there, played with the Westside Cubs. That year, I was on the B team. When I got over there, it was a little tough. All the kids in the state of Michigan, not even the state of Michigan, the city of Detroit, Westside Cubs pretty much got the best kids in the city of Detroit. When I got over there, from the team I was coming from, I was pretty much the best kid on that team. But when I got to the Cubs, it was 10, 11 kids just like me, you know what I'm saying? So earning my reps, man, playing hard, showing the coach that I can do it, you know what I'm saying? It was pretty tough, because pretty much like I said, my first year was with the Dragons, was the year before, and this was my second year playing. So now I'm gravitating, and I'm trying to play with kids that have been playing, you know what I'm saying, longer than me, but not just playing longer than me, just, you know what I'm saying, athletic and versatile just like me. So it was pretty tough, man, but I pretty much made my name. I was the fastest guy on the team. When we ran sprints, bro, I made sure I always was in first, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have the certain positions down packed besides defense and end, or just running the ball, but it's different between just like playing street ball, football, when you're just running the ball, or you acclimating what they putting in plays and they installing plays, you know what I'm saying? Whether you running back, receiver, whatever it is, on the holes and everything like that. It was a different type of football. They was teaching different over there, man. So I didn't start my first year. Going from starting my my second year. I started my first year. I went from starting to not starting. So when I got over there, it was tough, bro. You know what I'm saying? I played with a lot of guys that pretty much made it to the league, you know what I'm saying? So it was tough, but I made the team. Some guys didn't make the team. I made the team. So that was big with me, bro. Just being able to wear that red and white, bro. It was big to play on the Cubs, period, anyway. Walking around the neighborhood saying you played for the Cubs. So it was tough, but I made it. Did I play for anybody else after that? Yeah, I did. After I left the Cubs, I moved to West 7 Mile neighborhood. Moved to 7 Mile in Mansfield, in between St. Martin and Pembroke. When I moved over there, I started playing for the Detroit Panthers. Pretty much, they practice over there by Detroit Henry Ford. This is my 3rd year playing football. Pretty much when I got over there and I went over there, I pretty much had it mastered down from being taught at the Cubs, being taught a certain way. And the position that I really wanted to play, I went from DN to start playing running back. So when I got to the Detroit Panthers, I started playing running back, and I had it down to a T, because coaches at the Cubs taught me and helped me. And I'm thankful for that, man. Coach Daryl, a lot of the coaches over there that helped me. But when I got to the Panthers, I was pretty much solidified. The Panthers knew about me because I played them the year before. And when I got there, I pretty much took off. My brother was there with me too, one of my brothers. Like I told you, it was 5 of us. He was one of the boys out of the 3. We was both in the backfield. Both did our thing, man. And I was solidifying my name even more, bro, when I got over there. Team I played with after the Detroit Panthers, I went to the Detroit Vikings. The Detroit Vikings is a team that was owned by the guy, like I told y'all, the first guy that found me playing in the field, which was the Detroit Dragons, Earl Shakespeare. He had ended up getting with his Q brothers, and you know what I'm saying, they made a team called the Detroit Vikings. You know what I'm saying? You know Q's purple and gold, so they went to the Vikings, they purple and gold. It was pretty much funded by the Q's, and pretty much came back and got me like, man, I got a team together. I want you guys to come back home. I came back home. That year I took off. I believe that year was the last year the Pontiac Silverdome was standing. They tore it down. We went crazy that year. We won every game, man. Multiple sacks, multiple touchdowns. I was versatile more at that point. I was playing running back, receiver, defensive end, cornerback. We made it to the Silverdome. Crazy thing about that, the guy that recruited me to go to the Cubs, that's the guy I played against in the championship. The last year that Pontiac Silverdome was standing up. We lost 20-0, but I still solidified, you know what I'm saying, me being me. I think that game I had around, it's crazy, Little League, I had around about 10 sacks. They had the best guys, man, at that point, you know what I'm saying, 13 years old. So, yeah, that was pretty much my last year playing Little League football. I could have played one more year, but I didn't. So, and at that point, I advanced to going to high school. Man, the transition from Little League to high school, that transition is not only big, but it's different, man. A lot of kids don't understand. It's real tough. It's a difference. Like most of the kids that play Little League, 18, 13, 14 years old, like I left early. I left at 13 because I was advancing to go to the 9th grade. It's a big difference. I could have played Little League again, but when I got in high school, the difference was that going from playing kids that's weighted to playing older kids that's not weighted. You got 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th graders that you're playing against. When I was a freshman, I played varsity. So I'm playing against people different size, different heights. That's something I wasn't used to when I was playing Little League. You know, Little League, weight, if you was over 180, you couldn't play. You know what I'm saying? So coming from playing weighted to unweighted, you know, it's a big difference, man. You know what I'm saying? And you playing against upperclassmen. You know what I'm saying? Guys that's running 4.2s, 4.3s, and a 40, man. You know what I'm saying? 4.5, I think around the time when I was in 9th grade, I ran a 4.4. Played varsity, you know what I'm saying? My first year, started on varsity my first year at safety. And, you know, I fit in well. I got it in, you know what I'm saying? I did what I had to do to get where I had to get to fit in, you know what I'm saying? So I had pretty much 5-6 years of football under my belt, and I already had natural, you know what I'm saying, talent, you know what I'm saying, playing. So, you know what I'm saying, I fit in good.
What high school was this?
Like I said, I was raised in Oak Park, man. So, you know, when I moved to Oak Park when I was 13, I went to Oak Park High School. Could have went to any school. I remember playing in the Silverdome. I had schools like Catholic Central, Brother Rice, St. Mary's, Murray Wright, Coach Blankenship. Shout out to Coach Blankenship, one of the closest guys that I'm close with. I'm cool with now. All these guys recruit me. And the crazy thing about it, Oak Park coach was there. Keith Stevens, rest in peace to him. He was the head coach for the varsity team. He was at my championship game, and just so happened, the last years of my mom having cancer, she moved to Oak Park. And he was at the game. And you know what I'm saying, you being a kid, you know, you got to go wherever your parents take you. I mean, now it might be different, but back then, wherever your parents stayed, that's the school you went to. So I went to Oak Park High School all 4 years, man. So that's why I played football at Oak Park High School. It's crazy, man, because in high school, I played 9th grade year. I didn't play 10th and 11th grade. And the reason why I didn't play 10th and 11th grade year, my mom passed away when I was in 9th grade. When my mom passed away in 9th grade, I took it. It was like a devastating blow to me, man. Like I said, my mom raised me single-parently. And everybody can vouch for this. If you lose a mom or if you lost a mom, anybody out there, man, it's real hard. You know what I'm saying? So football really, it wasn't really my focus at the time, you know what I'm saying? I started skipping school, taking days away from school, you know what I'm saying, because I couldn't get through school because I was crying a lot, having flashbacks, all type of stuff, man. So around that time, I couldn't deal with it. I didn't really have a father figure there at that time to pretty much tell me or help me out through that situation. So I was trying to get through it as best as I could. So I took over my sophomore, junior year, came back my senior year, and my senior year when I played, I was a dog, man. It's pretty much I had a grudge on my shoulder. You know what I'm saying? I was playing for my mom. I remember having this talk with the principal, and she was telling me, Dr. Wright, and she was telling me, like, listen, you being mad and you being upset ain't gonna help the situation. What would your mom want you to do? You know what I'm saying? What would your mom ask you to do? If your mom was looking down you in the sky right now, what would she want you to do? Would she want you to cry and just look down and not move forward? And I did what I had to do, man. I got back out there. It took everything for the coach to get me back out there because I had to get my grades up too. I think I ended up going from at the time I had like a 1.8 GPA. I got up to a 4.0, man. And it's crazy. It was a big leap, but I pretty much put my mom on my back that year, and I did good. That year, I pretty much had like 100 or something letters from colleges, man. Michigan State, Western Michigan, Central Michigan, Kent State, Marshall, Toledo, Ball State. I had letters from everywhere, man. But like I said, I remember I took them 2 years off. That kind of hurt my overall GPA. Most of you kids need to understand, like in high school, when you're in high school, it's not about getting good grades your freshman year and you taking off years. You can't take off years because it'll hurt your overall GPA. The 2 years I took off, it hurt my overall GPA. By the time I tried to catch up, when I was getting all A's, my overall GPA wasn't good enough. So to get to some of them schools, you pretty much needed a 2.0, 2.5 to go to them schools on top of get an 18 or over on your ACT. So by me still being a good player, my coach helped me, man. I transitioned to go to Coffeyville College, which was in Kansas, Coffeyville, Kansas. At the time, it was the #1 junior college in the nation. I took my career there. Played defensive back. I played there for 2 years. And the transition from high school to college was real different, man. You know, everybody moving fast, everybody lifting weights. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no 120, no 130, no frail guys in college, man. Everybody eating protein, taking protein, lifting. You know what I'm saying? It might be some days where you taking off dudes in the gym, you know what I'm saying? 5, 4 in the morning, you know what I'm saying? So just having access to that. Not even just that, you know what I'm saying? Living on your own, man. Making decisions on your own, you know what I'm saying? At the time I was 19, 20 years old, and I was still trying to find myself as a man, you know what I'm saying? Like going through what I've been through with my parents. So I was able to put my head on, man, you know what I'm saying, strap my nuts on, excuse my language, and move forward, man. And, you know, I had to adjust real quick, but it's real different, bro. The transition is real different because in college, you pretty much, you can't really depend on nobody. You really got to do stuff on your own, you know what I'm saying? You wake yourself up, take yourself to class. Ain't nobody there to be like, hey, wake up, it's time to go to school, you know what I'm saying? I had to do it on my own. So it was a real big difference, real transition, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to hard working, you know, through the whole recruiting process, you know, coaches might talk to you a certain way to get you to college, but when you get to college, they're real hard on you, you know what I'm saying? So if you slacking or you doing any type of slacking, you pretty much would be out of there, man. So I had to do what I had to do, man, to get where I need to get, you know what I'm saying? And it was a hard transition, bro, but like I said, I adjust to everything, bro. I'm like a chameleon, bro, you know what I'm saying? I can adapt to any situation, bro, so that pretty much got me through, man. My college career, man, was good, man. I would say it was good. It was decent. Around that time, you know what I'm saying, the league I played in, you know what I'm saying, was junior college, you know what I'm saying, league around the time. I mean, down the street we had a team called Gardner. It was Gardner City. It was pretty much like a rival. It's real tough, man, you know what I'm saying? When I got in college, I didn't play running back no more, you know what I'm saying? Like when you get in college, you know, you had to focus on one position. I played defensive back, and I was a pretty good defensive back. I pretty much led in interceptions on every level, you know, high school, college, you know what I'm saying? And it pretty much helped me. So my college career was good, man. You know, I was pretty much a lockdown corner. I ain't trying to be too big on that, but I was speed. I think in college, in the 40, around that time, I ran a 4.37. I was moving fast to win. I was real aggressive, you know what I'm saying? 6'2". Around the time I was 195, 185, 190. 195 in between that range, I can't remember, but yeah, running the 4.3 and the 40. And real aggressive, man, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much lockdown corner, so I did good. And it pretty much helped me to get to the next level. So, yeah, it was decent.
So what was the next level?
After I played 2 years in junior college, I could have went to a university, but around that time, I was 19 years old. You know what I'm saying? 19 years old, 20 years old. Around that time, I had my first son, man, DJ, Daryl Jr. And it made my life kind of complicating around that time. So I was kind of forced to take my, you know what I'm saying, my career to the next level versus me going to a university. Because, you know, usually when you play junior college, they make you play 2 years junior college, and then you can go to a 4-year university. So instead of me going to a university, me having my first son, it kind of made me grow up a little bit. So I started playing in the CFL, Canadian football. I played for the Toronto Argonauts, Saskatchewan Rough Riders. I played there for 2 years. After that, I played arena football for the Ann Arbor Sharks. They're not around right now, but they was around then. After I played there, I played in the RPFL, Rivals Professional Football League. I played there for 2 years. So I pretty much had a 8-year professional football career. You know what I'm saying? I was real good. I earn money too, you know what I'm saying? Getting money for something you love to do, bro, shit, man, I know people that's working big corporate jobs, bro, they making 100,000. I think my first contract I signed was like 350,000. And it was incentive based too, so that was a lot of money for playing with something you love to do. I had a lot of years of football under my belt, man. Up to that point, I want to say pretty much 20 years, you know what I'm saying? So include my Little League career, you know what I'm saying? Little League, high school to college, and playing pro ball, you know what I'm saying? So pretty much, I did good, man. I ain't gonna say I ain't made no millions. I ain't gonna sit there and lie and boast and brag about that, but shit, a couple 100,000 that's good money especially when it's something you love playing doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, something I've been doing all my life, so yeah, it's pretty much.
So how did you even get picked up by a CFL team? You know what I'm saying? What was that like?
I got picked up. I was dealing with a guy around that time. His name was Coach Wynn. He's over a little group. He have a group thing called Rivals right now. And me dealing with him, he set up a workout. I went to the workout. Around that time when I went to the workout, it was, I think, 150, 250 guys there. And they was looking for like 2-3 guys. Because over there in the CFL, pretty much it have to be more Canadian players playing than American players. So it was real tough, man. And it's crazy because out of them 150 guys, they know what guys they're going to take, but they make you work out anyway. And I just went there, bro. It was like combine. I ran a 40. We ran routes. We did drills, everything like that. And he told me, like, man, shit, they looking for you. You know what I'm saying? They want you to come out. And I went out pretty much. So that's how I ended up playing CFL.
Okay, so how was it at the end of your semi and professional career? How was it transitioning from that to civilian life?
Pretty much after my CFL, my semi-career, what it was like, it pretty much got tough after that, man, to be honest with you. I had lost some more close peers. That was a real deal to my heart, man. I lost my grandmother. I lost my grandfather. Then I lost my other grandfather, pretty much back to back, you know what I'm saying, in a 7-year span. So it took like a real low blow. It messed me up, man. I was real devastated. I started picking up, you know what I'm saying, alcohol, partying a lot, doing shit like that, man, that I wasn't supposed to do, man. I was supposed to be focusing, but I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I try to tell people all the time, you really don't know what a person going through unless you ask, you know what I'm saying? And when people go through what they go through, no matter what they go through, you know what I'm saying, they react to things different, you know what I'm saying? I was just one of them people that reacted different when I took them kind of low blows. So, yeah, my life pretty much took a turn. How I get through my trauma and where I draw my strength from, like I told you, we can go back. I pretty much told you when I lost my mom, and I was kind of like in that dark stage, and my principal had that talk with me, like, man, listen, what would your mom want you to do? I understand what you're going through. I understand at the time, I mean, at the age I was, you know what I'm saying, and at that time, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I was mourning, I was down. She pretty much asked me, like, you know what I'm saying, what would your mom want you to do? And I got to think, you know what I'm saying, like, pretty much, what was the hobbies that you guys did, what you guys love to do, what type of person she was. So at that point, I got to thinking about that again, you know what I'm saying, like, would she want me to be drinking liquor, doing crazy things, you know what I'm saying? If I did something wrong and I got took away from my kids and I couldn't be there for my kids, what would I do? So I took all that in consideration, and I got through it, man, you know what I'm saying? And God most definitely got me through it, man. I'm a big firm believer. I'm real God-fearing, man. Praying to God means a lot, bro, you know. It makes everything better, makes the situation better. So even me coming from where I come from and growing up how I grew up, it was always God, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much like the glue to everything, you know what I'm saying? That kept me together, you know what I'm saying? So me hearing her in my head, you know what I'm saying, and praying to God, that pretty much helped me in the situation, bro. So that's what made me the man that I am, you know what I'm saying? God friend gonna always make you a strong believer, you know what I'm saying? A firm believer, you know what I'm saying? That's how we get through life, you know what I'm saying? That's why we're here, God. So who else gonna help me better get through the situation and not him, you know what I'm saying? What made me become a little league coach? in my dark days, pretty much we was talking about, you know what I'm saying, I took my losses pretty much after I got through playing pro football. I started picking up the liquor, started drinking. In the midst of me picking up liquor and drinking, I caught a couple DUIs, man. First 2 DUIs, I ain't do no time at all. You know what I'm saying? They kind of felt bad for me, had remorse for me because of my whole situation, you know what I'm saying? Through the whole PSI thing, you know, I was going through, you know, precinct investigation. And seeing I lost all my loved ones, back to back in the span, I lost some, you know what I'm saying? And pretty much that was the only thing on my record. But the DUIs pretty much led me to, you know what I'm saying, being a coach, because in the midst of the DUIs, when I got out from the third one, probation, you know what I'm saying? You know the first thing that's in probation, bro, community service. So I think I had 360 hours of community service, and I was going through with my lawyer. My lawyer pretty much was telling me, like, man, what can you do? You know what I'm saying? What can you do? You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Adam too, man. Adam is a good lawyer, man. He pretty much asked me around that time, man, like, what can you do? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, shit, I played football. Shit, I might as well coach a little league football. You know what I'm saying? It's non-profited, giving back to the kids. I love giving back. So it kind of like fell in my lap, kind of went hand to hand. So that's pretty much me getting in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Once again, I said, God, get me through the situation. That was God right there, because, you know what I'm saying, me getting in trouble put me in that situation. Like, listen, you need to go back and coach football. It did a lot for you. It got you through a lot. You know what I'm saying? So why don't you, it's your time to go get back, because it might be a kid going through what you're going through, so now you can give it to the kid. And I was with it, bro. My first year coaching Little League. What was my first year like coaching Little League?
And who was it?
My first year coaching Little League, I started out with the Southfield Jayhawks. Southfield, practiced at Levy, games at Southfield High School. That was my first year, man. When I got there, it was pretty much, you know, they was low on coaches. I was one of the coaches that was there, so when I went there, I was kind of like, oh, hey, this ain't my cup of tea, it ain't my speed, but you know, it's in Southfield. You know what I'm saying? It's a nice environment. The team had been going since 1933. Not even just that. When I got over there, they was real. You know what I'm saying? Family origin, real respectful. You know what I'm saying? Didn't have too many uniforms or good choice of helmets, but you know, it was football. It made me feel like I was at home. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Gillens, man. Tom Gillens was the president. He was running it. Carlos Gillens, man, real cool dude, real humble, man, real nice dude. Never had a down moment with him, man. He was another guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was a pillar to the community of Southfield, and was real known. But yeah, my first year, I started off at the lowest level too, man. With the little babies, man. I had the 5 and 6 year olds, man. And everybody know, you know what I'm saying? If you can deal with 5 and 6 year olds, you can deal with anybody, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, if I'm gonna start coaching football, let me start with the little kids, man. And if I can deal with the little kids, I can deal with it. So I love the whole thing of being a positive role model around that time, you know what I'm saying? That was my first year. Outside of my sons, I was a positive role model to other kids, you know what I'm saying? And I felt good about it because I was actually giving back. And I remember being those kids, you know what I'm saying, getting picked up by the coach. I was getting picked up by coaches, you know what I'm saying, when I could make the practice. So it was real fun that year. We lost one game that year, bro. We played real good, man. You know, 5, 6 year old football, all you got to do is tell the quarterback to run right and left. And the crazy thing about the situation, I didn't even have a full coaching staff. It was just 2 of us. It was me and my defensive coordinator. So first year was real fun, bro. It was real fun, man. And it's crazy because it was going through that crazy time. It was COVID, 2020. So being able to coach COVID, you know what I'm saying, and the numbers being low and not so many teams, a lot of teams was pretty much backing out because of COVID. We was losing people. I lost a lot of people. Rest in peace to that. Around that time, that was a real devastating year, but I still was able to get back and be there for kids, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So, and just happy I was being a positive role model, man, for the first time in my life, you know what I'm saying, outside of my kids. My second year, I was still at the Southfield Jayhawks my second year. Around this time, the team was pretty much taking a turn. We were losing coaches. We were losing players, but we still had enough players, you know what I'm saying, to compete. It was real hard, man, because it's like now, you know, I didn't move up. I stayed down, so now I'm dealing with a whole another group of 5 and 6 year olds. You know, at that time, you were dealing with 5 and 6 year olds. They real antsy, bro. They still play with butterflies, picking the ground, playing in the dirt. You know what I'm saying? So trying to get their, you know what I'm saying, attention and communicate with them was very different, but I still got through it. Even that year, I came back. We won every game. We lost one game that year, too. We lost to the Southfield Falcons. We ended up getting disqualified, man. And it's crazy because, like I just told y'all, that year took a turn and we lost a lot of kids. I remember I say each team had to have 15 kids, and I ended up having 14 kids. So it caused me to forfeit in the semifinals. So that year was kind of tough for me, man, and it ended kind of early. And, you know, I had the pieces to win, man, and I could have won with that 14, but since the rules are rules, you got to have 15 or more, caused me to forfeit. So that year was pretty tough for me, man.
All right.
What was my third year like? My third year, before I made a decision to make a move, we were going to the third year. I was thinking I was going to come back to be a Southfield Jayhawk. The Southfield Jayhawks pretty much, they folded pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Remember I told you the year before, they lost a lot of kids, they lost a lot of people. That next year, a lot of coaches pretty much wanted to venture off, get their own team. Some of my guys that was over there, Rich, Kyle, B. Mosby, they pretty much started their own team. I think they called the Chargers now. And when they left, I was pretty much stuck alone. So I'm like, man, I can't do this all by my own. You know what I'm saying? So I remember calling Gillens like it was yesterday. Man. I remember calling Gillens. I asked him, man, for his wishes. I'm like, man, listen, I understand the team ain't gonna be here, but what team you think I should go to? What team you think I should be with? And I'm gonna go. Since I started out with you, I'm gonna go off of what you say because I was new to coaching Little League football. And he referred me to the Southfield Falcons. So my third year with the Southfield Falcons, I got over there. Like I said, it was real family oriented over there. It was real structure, organized. You know what I'm saying? Coaches wearing khakis, blue shirts. If you didn't wear that, they didn't want you on the field. If you couldn't get along with other people in the organization, they didn't want you there. It was no profanity. It was no cussing. If he was gonna be a total leader, he was gonna be a leader. Man, I thank them guys for everything because I ain't gonna lie to you. The man I am today, outside of the man I already was, they helped me with a lot of that, man. Pretty much walking the straight line. So shout out to the Southfield Falcons, man. But when I got there my third year, I did excellent, man. We went undefeated, beat everybody bad, pretty much. I know a lot of people don't like hearing that, but you know, Southfield Falcons pretty much the new West Side Cubs. We beat everybody bad. Won King of the City that year with something called King of the City. That was my man Youngin. He pretty much ran. Best teams in the state went at one-on-one with each other. I think we played the Buckeyes there. We beat them 21-0, King of the City. State championship was 2022. We won a state championship. Ended up going to regionals. We beat the St. Louis Dirty Birds first round, and then we ended up losing in the regional championship against the Columbus Ice. That was real tough. It was a good year. It was a good-ass year, you know what I'm saying, because, you know, we were still a king in our city. But, you know, after you know, the most thing is, you know, when you win here, this really don't mean shit, you know what I'm saying? Went out of town, you pretty much want to win and go to nationals. Play in Florida, you know what I'm saying? That was my goal. And it got cut short, man, because I played against a team that, you know what I'm saying, that was real organized, you know. More disciplined than the kids I had. My kids was real good, but we went against somebody that we pretty much didn't see all year, man. It was a different type of look. The kids was bigger and fast, you know what I'm saying? And it cut my year short, man. So I learned a lot from my third year, but, you know, so I got a lot of props for my third year. It was real different from, you know what I'm saying, me being at the Southfield Jayhawks. Even though the Southfield Jayhawks is where I started at, you know what I'm saying? They pretty much was both like, and you know what's crazy? A lot of people don't know this, but the Southfield Falcons and the Jayhawks was one team, and they ended up splitting. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was still all love, it was still family. So pretty much, you know what I'm saying, I was back at home, you know what I'm saying? But my year was cut short, and that was pretty much it for my third year. But it got a little better, you know what I'm saying, for my second year. So I can't really complain about that. I was real grateful for that, bro. It was pretty much good. It started off good. I went undefeated again my fourth year. We beat everybody that we was supposed to beat in the season. got to the playoffs, won the first round. We won the first round by a landslide. Second round, we played against, I would call our rival, you know what I'm saying, since the Jayhawks ain't here no more. It was the West 7 Rams. We played them. It was a pretty much intense game. I remember that whole week, bro, talking shit, man, putting on the internet. We was gonna dog walk them, because we had beat them 3 years. We beat them 3 times already, league scrimmage, and we beat them twice in the season. So, you know how they say, you know, it's hard to beat a team multiple times. We got to see them in the semifinals. We went double overtime. I remember like it was yesterday. I was hurt, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is probably my worst loss, bro. We played them double overtime. We didn't score first overtime. They didn't score first overtime. So we went second overtime. We got the ball first. We got the ball. One of my guys was about to walk in the end zone. Like walking in, I got my hands up on the sideline. He ended up fumbling the ball before he crossed the goal line. The ball ended up bouncing back to the 5-yard line. We recovered it, but at that time it was 4th and goal, so it was over for us. They got the ball back. We stopped them first, second, and third. So it was 4th and goal. They was on the 1-yard line. I remember like it was yesterday, man. They ran a quarterback sneak. One of my guys missed a guy. He ran right in the end zone. It's crazy because at this guy, this 6, 7-year-old, man, this little kid dove for the end zone, man, like he was a damn 30-year-old. And I was on the field. My heart stopped. I couldn't believe it. It's like I couldn't hear shit. Everything went out. I seen all their fans went on the field. I'm like, my season was over. And the crazy thing about it, we were still qualified to go to regionals because we was still a top dog coming out of, you know what I'm saying, Michigan. You know what I'm saying? We was the only one who was going D1 at the time. But I'm like, man, I can't go to regionals like this, man. I feel like if you can't win at home, you can't win out of town. You know what I'm saying? So by me losing home, you know what I'm saying, my shit was over with. You know what I'm saying? My season was over with. So that's how my 4th year went, man. You know what I'm saying? We went undefeated, but like they say, man, shit, you can win all the games you want, but listen, you got to win when it fucking matter, man. And I didn't win when it mattered, man. I lost. So, you know, they kind of like took that cocky shit off, cocky chip off my shoulder, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, my 4th year was kind of fucked up because I lost that game when I should have won. A team I beat already 3 times, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's how that went. We're getting into my 5th year. What I got planned for this year? Shit, man. I'm more humble this year, to be honest with you. That 4th year taught me a lot. What I got planned this year, I got a new coaching staff. Added some new coaches, man. More discipline, more structure. You know what I'm saying? More attitude, man. Me getting better as a coach. I feel like I tell coaches all the time, you can never be content with what type of coach you is. You should always get better, man. Off season, man, I watched a lot of more film. I went to a lot of more coaching clinics, you know what I'm saying? Coaching clinics that was, you know what I'm saying, coaches were professional coaches, you know what I'm saying, coaching professional football, college coaches. You know what I'm saying? You can never know too much, man, when it comes to learning in between those lines, man. So that was something I did more, and I did better than my previous years because I wasn't going to coaching clinics. I was just pretty much using them, my football smarts, so what I knew, how I played, you know what I'm saying? And some of the little, you know what I'm saying, book smarts that I had, but I didn't know enough, you know what I'm saying? And I was pretty much new in the game, you know what I'm saying? I'm young myself, shit, I'm 36 years old, man. I'm still learning, you know what I'm saying? So being around a lot of gurus and football guys that know the game for years, I started surrounding myself around them guys. And it's a lot of them in my organization, man, that have been around football for 30, 40 years. So I'm like, what the fuck I'm doing wrong? What I'm not doing, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy Jeter, man. Jeter, he won 2 national championships, man. That's a guy I talk to every day on the phone, man. And I ask him questions, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't got nothing to do with me being an alpha man, him being an alpha male, and me knowing too much. A man could never know enough, you know what I'm saying? And I ask him questions, you know what I'm saying? He let me know. And that's pretty much me being humble, bro, and me willing to listen and wanting to listen, you know what I'm saying, to move forward. So this year, I got a whole different aspect of the game and how I'm going to proceed with my team, man. And so far, man, this off season, you know what I'm saying, it's been hell of a, you know, you've been there with me, you know what I'm saying, you see the kids, you know what I'm saying, they're more sound, they're more so tuned, you know what I'm saying, they're more together, you know what I'm saying, they know how I feel to lose, you know what I'm saying. I tell people, you can't be a winner until you take a loss, you know what I'm saying, so you know the difference, and they know the difference, you know, they know I heard it when our season got ended last year, so This year, you know what I'm saying? We planned on going in hard, bro. We ain't planning on losing. And, you know, from the previous years, I was coaching 2 teams. I got 1 team this year, and I got all the good guys on 1 team, bro. So we lacing our boots up, and we coming from all you niggas, man. I better be ready.
How did you get the name, or where did the name Monday come from?
Good question.
He said good. He said good question. Where did the name Monday come from? Monday, it's crazy, man. I was in high school, I think 10th grade year. 10th grade, and one of my homeboys making a joke, man. He like, man, damn, man, you be fresh as hell. You be fresh from Monday to Monday. Monday is the first day of the week. You know what I'm saying? You know you go to school Monday. You know niggas can't wait. You get an outfit on the weekend. Your parents buy you an outfit. I can't wait to go to school. You got your clothes ironed out on the bed. You get up at 7:30 in the morning. You put them on. You feeling good. I go to school. So niggas like, man, listen, around that time we had a crew called the Get Fresh Crew, and we was like, man, you be fresh from the start. So we gonna start calling you Monday, and that's how I got the name Monday. I mean, as you can see, you see me now. You know what I'm saying? I don't take no day. I don't take no days off, man. How do I start my day? Well, first and foremost, I got sons, man, so I make sure I call them and check on them. You know what I'm saying? Pray over the phone with them, man, before they go to school. Let them know how important school is. After I talk to them, get them off to school, I go to the gym. I work out for about 2 hours, man. Get my mind right. Leave from the gym, head back home. Pretty much meditate for the time being, man. I ain't really a worker. You know what I'm saying? I'm for sure a boss. That I ain't gonna even sit up here and try to toot my own horn. But like I say, for the most part, I come to the shop. I be in the shop, man. I deal with these guys throughout the day. Like we was talking about earlier, man. A lot of guys coming here, man. They might be going through something at home. You know what I'm saying? So I look forward to coming here just to have a conversation with dudes. So for the most part of the day, I want to stay up until like 4:30, 5 o'clock. I prepare myself to get ready for football practice, man. Football pretty much is a big part of my life, man, when it's going on, you know what I'm saying, when I'm in that season. So I'm at practice from 5 to 8, dealing with them kids. The other time after 8, you know what I'm saying, I pretty much try to talk to the coach as much as I can before I start getting my phone call from my girl saying, you've been with them all day. You need to bring your ass home, you know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much how my day consists, man. I mean, I go with the flow, man. I live every day like it's my last, man. I don't really look forward to tomorrow, man, until it get here, you know what I'm saying? So I try to cherish as much of my time as I can, but that's pretty much how my day go, man. You know what I'm saying? Yep, that's pretty much it. When I first get to practice, get my bag out, walk towards the field. I hear kids screaming, Coach Monday, Coach Monday, Coach Monday. I start to prep them, you know what I'm saying? Stretching, make sure they're stretching, make sure they have all their equipment intact. Greet my coaches. My coaches, they might walk up one at a time. Some might be there already. Like my man's cutting hair right here. My man's Chris, his brother John A. He's one of the guys that pretty much be there early all the time. So we be talking, and the whole midst of my team stretching out, getting ready before we start doing indie drills and stuff like that. But that pretty much how it be, man, before we start really practicing when I first come into practice, you know what I'm saying? Make sure I have the game plan, talk with my coaches before we talk about how organized the practice is going to be, what we're going to do with the kids, whether it's offense or defensive day, depending on what day it is, you know what I'm saying? Kind of alternate days with that. But that pretty much be how it be when I go to practice, man. You know what I'm saying? I look forward. Like I said, I got the bag. I'm walking to practice. I see the kids running up. They laughing, smiling, playing. You know what I'm saying? I'll be looking forward to seeing them. And, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much stretch. Go from stretching to indies. Go from indies to probably doing some shield drills, hidden drills. After that, we probably end up in the practice with scrimmaging. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much how practice go, man. But for the most part, it's always structured and organized. You know what I'm saying? Making sure the kids tackle it properly, knowing the holes, knowing the gaps. You know what I'm saying? Teaching them what they need to be taught, man. And that's pretty much how it go, man. I look forward to doing that. I'm always about organized and structured, you know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much how I go. This is something that all coaches can relate to, man. If you coach in Little League football, negatives is about dealing with parents that think they know the game and don't know it. I'm gonna say that once again. Negative. It's about parents dealing with parents, coaches dealing with parents, parents that think they know the game and they demand it. You know what I'm saying? So, me, I'm gonna speak from my point of view, but coaches pretty much can relate. My bad thing is when I get a parent, man, and the parent tell me what position their kid play, and they know their kid good, and me as a coach, you know what I'm saying? Me analyzing the kid or evaluating the kid, and I see something different in the kid, and I see something else in the kid, but the parent telling me I don't see what I see, like I'm blind, that's the negative of the game, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, when you're dealing with stuff like that, that can lead you down the wrong road, man, and it could be a real messy situation, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you're paying money to play football, a parent feel like they're entitled to say whatever they want to say, however they want to say it, when they want to say it. I paid $200, I paid $300. My kid deserved to play running back. He the fastest on the team. He should be the running back. You know what I'm saying? And the kid might not be good at running back. The kid might be good at a better position. But I feel like some of these parents want the kids playing the position that they want them to play instead of the kids just loving the game and having fun with the game or seeing if the kid can get tried out at other positions. It's always about running back. That's the main thing. That's the main problem. It's running back. Running back with these parents. Every parent think that highlights only come with running the ball. You know what I'm saying? So that would be my main problem, man. Dealing with parents, man, I think they know more than I know. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I know a lot, but if I'm a football coach, I'd be like, hell, shit, why don't you come coach for a game or two? I'm pretty sure you're gonna have some gray hairs by the end of it, but you know, that's my problem. Dealing with parents. You know what I'm saying? I think they know what's best for the team, and they don't. I deal with different type of moments. Yeah. This is tricky. This is a tricky situation. You try to throw me in the trick bag. But, I ain't gonna lie. In my younger days, how I deal with a mama, it might be something totally different. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say it. Well, I'm gonna say it. In my younger days, if you wanted your kid to play a certain position, you pretty much had to do something for me. You know what I'm saying? For your kid to play a certain position, and that's just how it is. It is what it is. That's in my younger days, and a lot of coaches can agree to that too. I'm being honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Some of these coaches, they coach. You know what I'm saying? They coach the coach. Don't get me wrong. But in my younger days, I probably would have been on that type of stuff. But now, since I got with the Southfield Falcons, man, I've been with the Falcons. I would say that was my Jayhawk days. My Falcon days, how I deal with those parents, man, pretty much, if a parent can't agree to what I agree to, or if they see something totally different, I pretty much tell them, like, listen, hey, this ain't the team for your kid. You pretty much need to take them somewhere else. I got friends outside of this team. I can refer you to them, and maybe they got what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much how I handle the situation when I'm dealing with moms now versus past tense. If a person hard to deal with, you know, you got some kids, man. You got some kids you deal with that have attention disorder, that have no control of that. You know what I'm saying? You just have to take your time with dealing with kids like that. And for the most part, some kids get through it. If a kid can't get through it, I have a conversation with the parent, and I just let them know, like, listen, hey, this is not the team for your kid. I know some other guys I can refer them to, or maybe football might not be the sport for your kid. You know what I'm saying? Especially if a kid is not focused, or a kid can't really pay attention. It's not their problem. They just got an attention disorder. So that's pretty much it on that side. But if I got a kid that's just a troubled kid, and I feel like he don't have no father figure at home, or he don't have that guidance, because I'm gonna be honest with you, most of the kids that come out there on the football field, it's more mothers that bring the kids out to practice than fathers do. And the fathers that I do see bring their kids out to practice, I commend a lot, man. I'm being honest with you. And we got to do better as men in the society. Where I feel like it should be more men bringing the kids to practice, but there's more mothers doing it. So when you got kids going with their mothers, they feel like they can get away with everything with their mom. You understand what I'm saying? So now you're trying to turn a mom to a football person, and a mom not a football person. You know what I'm saying? So you might be dealing with a kid where you feel like, listen, his mom telling him everything, and like, listen, you don't gotta listen to this coach, you don't gotta do that, gotta do that. When you go there, do this and do that. And that's the problem that I have with certain kids. I feel like if I get to a certain point and I can't control it, or if I pretty much can have a talk with a kid, like, listen, hey, I know you got this going on, I know you got that going on, but try it this way. You know what I'm saying? And then you try to coach it in a fun way, man. You know what I'm saying? Some kids you got to teach a different type of way. You got to coach a different type of way. And I started to realize that through the years I've been coaching. And some kids I pretty much progressed with. Some kids I couldn't progress with, and you pretty much had to take my step forward. You know what I'm saying? By having a conversation with the parents, like, listen, hey, football might not be for your kid. You know what I'm saying? And football is a gladiator sport. It's tough, but you can't have kids out there just doing all type of shit like kicking and hitting, throwing temper tantrums, cussing, and doing all type of stuff like that. Because you got other kids out there that really want to play the game, and I feel like it's not fair to those kids. So before I get to that point, I have a conversation with the parents, and we had that conversation, and we pretty much go from there. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, this might not be a sport for your kid. I don't really have the patience too much more for your kid. You know what I'm saying? I tried this tactic, I tried that tactic, and it didn't really get nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I talked to the parents several times. The parents talked to the kid. It still didn't get nowhere. So when me and the parent come to a mutual agreement, pretty much the parent take the kid, either takes the kid to another team with a person that deal with it, or they take the kid away from the sport. Out of all leagues in Detroit, what I think about the leagues and what league I think the best. First off, you got PAL. PAL is where I came from. PAL always been a dominant league. And you got Boys and Girls Club League, which is a league that's run by the Boys and Girls Club. You got gyms, Greater Metropolitan Youth League, and then you got Sound Mind, Sound Body, which is the league that my team in right now. Out of all those leagues, you got Pop Warner too, but Pop Warner don't count, man. That's a weighted league. So, but out of all those leagues, like I said, I came from PAL. PAL was a tough league. PAL still got some tough teams there, but is PAL still the same as it was when I played? No. All the teams that was in PAL, the top teams, are in Sound Mind, Sound Body. Sound Mind, Sound Body is a new league. I'm pretty much this is year 3 is going on. It's been a top tier league from the get go, man. I think shout out to Blackwell, man, Curtis Blackwell. He had a vision, man. He brought that league apart. He felt like he said he wanted every good team in city of Detroit, state of Michigan, good team, top tier team to be in one league, so it could be smoked every week. I think he did real good with that, man. It's no league in the state of Michigan, in the city of Detroit, that's better than Sound Mind, Sound Body. And the reason why I say that, because I say, like, we got the top teams. My organization, which is Southfield Falcons, which is the top team in the state. We get all the top tier kids. We're known nationally. We win every year in the states, multiple levels. You know what I'm saying? If it's not all, we probably be 1 or 2 off. And I don't even say 2 off. We might be 1 off. We win every year. So if you got a team like that in your league, what that says about the league? That says the league that we in is the best league, because that's what league we in. We used to be in PAL. We dominated PAL. Now we in Sound Mind, Sound Body. Sound Mind, Sound Body got teams pretty much, like I said, I play for the Cubs. The Cubs are in there. Eastside Raiders. Shout out to Eastside Raiders. They always been a top team for 50 years, man. They've been there a long time, man. Pretty much Detroit City Lions. You got West 7 Rams. West 7 Rams always been a organization that won multiple, you know what I'm saying, state championships, known for having multiple NFL stars, you know what I'm saying, just as well as Southfield Falcons. Multiple NFL prospects. Same with Eastside Raiders, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, that's most definitely the top league in the state. So when it comes to the next league from that, I would say PAL, because PAL still got teams that in there that I was in there when I played. You know what I'm saying? They're still competing at a high level. You know what I'm saying? So next league from that, I would say I would have to go with Gyms. Gyms is another league, you know what I'm saying, that's good. You know what I'm saying? But it can be better, you know what I'm saying? But you got teams like the Buckeyes, but I feel like the Buckeyes should be a sound mind, sound body. But, of course, they president, you know what I'm saying, works with gyms. She runs gyms, so that's why they there. But I feel like they just beat up everybody every week, man. It's a guy named Papa, man. Shout out to him, that's my guy. Played the Dragons when I played the Dragons too. He's from that same area. He be beating up on guys, man. Whenever you can beat up on a team 40 to zip every game. I'm talking about multiple organizations, man. That's not the league you should be in. I feel like you're only as good as your competition. You know what I'm saying? So mark it there. And then the last, the last one I'm gonna say Boys and Girls Club. But who rule overall? Sound mind, sound body. Everybody know what it is, man. Year 3 years, top teams. The teams that they have in that league have been winning in regionals, in the state. You know what I'm saying? It speaks for itself, man. AYF is no other place, no other big league to play in AYF. You can go to UIFL, that's pay to play. But AYF, you have to earn it. You have to win. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say it's, you know what I'm saying, the biggest of the biggest. And a lot of guys can back me up on that. Dark side of football, drama, man. Messy situations, bro. I done seen some coaches do some real low shit, man, to get kids. I done seen coaches talk about other coaches in a bad way. Coaches might not be that way just to get kids. I done seen some coaches pay their way for kids. I done seen coaches go out of their way from even where I'm from sleeping with women, you know what I'm saying, to get kids. So the whole messy thing of that is that once you get a name in Little League, man, for doing shit like that, pretty much drag your name through the dirt, through the mud. Also rumors too, man. It could be a lot of speculation, a lot of rumors. I know when I first had a conversation with a mama or a grandmother on the sideline for like 5 or 10 minutes, and after those 10 minutes of talking to that mother or that grandma, I slept with her, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't, you know what I'm saying? So this Little League thing can be tricky, man, because you got some mamas that come out there just to deal with coaches. And they might sleep with a coach just to get their kid a certain position. You know what I'm saying? It becomes like another life outside of the life they have, you know what I'm saying? I done seen people married, man, get divorced, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because now you spending more time out on the field with these kids than you spending with your family at home, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of messy stuff that can come out of this football shit, man. Like I say, man, I done seen seen friends turn to, you know what I'm saying, enemies, you know what I'm saying, through this football stuff. So you just gotta be careful, man, who you surround yourself around this football and doing it exactly why you're doing it, you know what I'm saying? Doing it for the youth, doing it for the kids, man. But that's most definitely the messy situation of the football side, man, the dark side of the football, dealing with that, you know what I'm saying? There's going to be a lot of people that stab you in the back, a lot of people talk behind your back, you know what I'm saying? It might not have nothing to do with football, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people probably try to bring your personal life into football, and they're all supposed to be about the kids, but that's just come with it, that's just life, man, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that's out there like that, though. You just got to be aware of it. Move differently, you know what I'm saying? Move accordingly, you know what I'm saying? I experienced that myself, you know what I'm saying? So it's been told I slept with a lot of people. I dealt with a lot of people. I done paid for a lot of kids. I heard this and heard that just because I carried myself a certain way. It's not true. Have I done it in my younger days? You know, I have. I was young, but I done heard stuff today. You know what I'm saying? I done did these things. You know what I'm saying? But you can't have a decent conversation with a person for too long before somebody make a rumor about you. But that's the only thing I hate about football, about the Little League football. That make it terrible. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, whenever you try to be a good person, somebody make it out for you to be a bad person. You know what I'm saying? The dangers of football injuries, man. It's real critical nowadays, bro. Concussion, man. Kids tackling the wrong way, man. Coaches not teaching kids to tackle the right way, man. You got some coaches out there that just want to hear a bang, 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 or a kid make a big hit and not tackle a kid correctly. Some coaches like a kid to do the head-on-head collision thing, but that's not the proper way to tackle, man. That shit is serious because them kids can be affected by that years down the line, you know what I'm saying? Shit can turn to CTE. There's a lot of people that's being diagnosed. CTE at a young age, older age. That's the difference between when I played and now. I believe when I played, I think back then we were getting concussions, but they went more on it now. They diagnosing people now. Even the babies, you know what I'm saying? Now we got these babies in pads, 5 to 6 year olds. You got to teach these kids to tackle properly, man. You know what I'm saying? I think now the way we go about it, my organization, before we put pads on, I ain't gonna say it before, when we put pads on, we been pads for at least 2 weeks conditioning before we even try to tackle or do anything. After that, we teach the kids how to wrap properly, how to tackle properly, where your head should be, where your shoulders should be, how you come into balance, you know what I'm saying, body control. A lot of coaches don't teach that. You got a lot of these guys out here, man, that never really played football, but they coaching because they love to just be around the culture. And the first thing they think of when a person hit a person is that you just supposed to smack a person and just hit a person. They just want to hear bang, bang instead of a proper tackle. It's not always about a head-on-head collision, man. That's the worst, you know what I'm saying? I had a kid that had a concussion, and I feel so bad because I taught my kids how to tackle properly all the time, but I think it was just him being in the moment of the game, and it just happened so fast and it hurt, and it was crazy. It was so scary to me because when he caught the concussion, it's the response he got, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much, Daryl, how you asking me questions, you know what I'm saying, behind the camera. You know, I was trying to talk to him. I was asking him, did he know where he was at? He didn't know where he was at. He was saying he was at home. He was saying, is his food ready? And he wasn't nowhere around food, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of made me feel a certain type of way. It was real disturbing, man. I didn't know how to have a conversation with his mother. His mother was crying. Paramedics, you know what I'm saying, they pretty much pulled up. And this kid's 6 years old. He had a concussion, man. So it's like, that's real important, man. Teach your kids how to tackle. But, you know what I'm saying, it is a right and a wrong way to teach. But the right way is always teach them how to tackle properly so they won't go through that. And then sometimes you pretty much can't blame yourself because sometimes in certain situations, like in the game, like I said, it's something that just happened. But for the most part, when you're coaching, you want to make sure you tell them kids over and over repeatedly, even if you told them before and you feel like you told them, you want to tell them over and over again, this is how you're supposed to tackle. This is how you're supposed to approach the situation. You know what I'm saying? So that's real big with me because I don't even want that on my name. I don't want a parent saying, hey, man, they're out there tackling anyway, Coach Monday. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people know me. I don't even want a person saying, listen, oh, kids on Coach Monday tend to get concussions all the time because they don't know how to tackle properly. That's real big. So I feel like to all you coaches out there, man, you guys hear me say this, make sure you teach them kids how to tackle properly, man. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if it's a big, loud hit, whatever it is. Tackling the kid, wrapping the kid up properly, getting the kid down, that's what all matters. That's what all counts. You know what I'm saying? All that big hit shit, that don't even matter because you'll mess around, kid will break his neck, kid probably won't be able to walk. You know what I'm saying? And that'll be all on your conscience. That'll be all on you, man. So that's most definitely that were big on my heart, man. That's most definitely one of my big concerns when it comes to teaching football. That has to be taught properly, man. Do I have higher expectations with coaching, and how far do I want to go? Man, shit. I think everybody that do this, once you get in something you love to do, and it's a passion, only way you can go is up. You want to elevate. You never want to stay stagnant and stay where you at. You know what I'm saying? I feel like now I'm doing good. I'm doing real good with coaching. A lot of people love me, man. A lot of people tell me repeating, like, listen, man, this your calling. I have people put me to the side, like, man, this your calling. These kids follow you. They listen to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm very vocal. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if I told you guys again, but I'm a head coach. Not an assistant coach. I've been a head coach all the years I've been coaching. And being a head coach says a lot, man. I mean, you got a lot of people following you, looking up to you. You know what I'm saying? They following your lead. So I would love to coach high school. I also would love to coach college. But like I said, I started at Little League because I feel like if you can deal with kids, you can deal with older kids. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, I want to get paid for this. I ain't getting paid for it now because I'm coming out a lot of goddamn money, man. I pay for uniforms. I pay for all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm paying for transportation. I'm picking kids up, dropping kids off. You know what I'm saying? I love it, but, you know, at the end of the day, of course I want to be a high school head coach. You know what I'm saying? I want to be in college. I want to be a coach. I mean, hell, if I can be a pro coach one day, I love to be a pro coach. You know what I'm saying? If that's my calling, I feel like that is my calling because I've been doing it so far. You know what I'm saying? And if I could grow, I'm most definitely gonna grow, and I want to grow. I am gonna grow. I'm gonna elevate. Period. I feel like I'll be coaching high school probably in the next 2 years. What is the role of a head coach? What does a head coach do? Man, a head coach do a lot, bro. I mean, I know a lot of guys that don't even like to take the role of a head coach because they don't like all the shit that come with it. The role of a head coach is being a leader, man. A leader, most definitely. You got a lot of people that's watching you. You got a lot of people that's listening. You got a lot of people that's following you. It comes with being unselfish. You got to be unselfish. You got to be you got to be willing to, you know what I'm saying, listen, be understanding, very respectful, very organized. You know what I'm saying? You got to always be organized because you got a lot of people that's looking at you, man. If you're doing stuff a certain way, you're being tacky, you're not being respectful, you pretty much can run people away, man. So the role of being a head coach can be a lot. It can be very challenging, but it's overcoming, bro. It just depends on the person you is. You got to be real strong-minded, bro, to be a head coach. You know what I'm saying? So out of my years of being a head coach of coaching football, man, I would always take the role of being a head coach, and I wouldn't want nothing different. The reason why is because I said, listen, man, me being a head coach, I know I touch a lot of people. Like I said, I'm very vocal, man. I'm very understanding. I'm always taking that leadership role to where I feel like, listen, hey, what can I do to help you be a better person? That's how I look at the kids. What can I do to help you be a better player? You know what I'm saying? Kids that never played the game, I want to be that shining light, man. You know what I'm saying? The kid might be going through dark days or might be going through dark stages where I feel like, listen, hey, whatever I say might lighten the kid day up. You know what I'm saying? A kid that don't have a father around. You know what I'm saying? I might be a father figure to that kid. Their mother might be. I know some mothers that bring kids out there to practice. You know what I'm saying? And they bring them out there so that kid can have that father. You know what I'm saying? That father, that coach being a father figure, or have that structureness. You know what I'm saying? You know, because I feel like for a boy in this world now, today's society, man, for a boy to be a man, he needs to be around a positive male, man, to get through life, man, because it's real hard. You know what I'm saying? And I always been that guy, man. In these past few years, I've been coaching. I've been very touching the kids, man. And I get calls, I get texts, man. Like, you're a leader, you're a role model, man. People listen to you. I'm talking about even grown, even my other coaches that's in my org, man. They come to me like, Monday, man, this your calling, bro. And I want nothing else. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very hard role to take, but you can live up to the challenge, bro. You just got to be real strong-minded and willing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Take a lot of willpower, bro. And like I said, you got to be understanding. You got to be willing to take criticism too, because that shit come with it. You can't lose your cool, man. You got to always, at all times, you got to show them that, you know what I'm saying, you up for the challenge, bro. And I've been up for the challenge, man. That's the role of being a head coach. I take a lot, bro. Like I say, man, I done seen people lose their wife, man, because they spending certain money. You know what I'm saying? And I done seen guys sacrifice money, taking care of stuff on their team or paying for other kids, just to have kids on their team. You know what I'm saying? The less fortunate kids. You know what I'm saying? And I'm one of them coaches. You know what I'm saying? I done paid for kids. I might have had my last $200 in my pocket at practice. You know what I'm saying? And a kid might not have been fortunate enough to pay their registration, but I needed that kid. That kid was good, and I always do everything. That's another role as a head coach. You got to be willing to do any and everything to sacrifice for a kid if a kid needs it. And what's the point of giving back if you can't give back? It can be real challenging, bro. Especially if you're on a budget, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of bills, you know, or you like buying clothes like me, or jewelry and stuff like that. On top of, you know what I'm saying, having to be there for, you know, your kids, you know what I'm saying. I have children of my own, so when I'm out there, you know what I'm saying, taking care of other kids and everything, I feel good doing it. But it can be real hard, you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna say it put a big hole in my bank account, bro, but I ain't gonna lie to you. If I sit back and I count all the money I spent, whether it was on mouthpieces, whether it was on registration, whether it was on paying the film guy to do videos, whether it was on socks, cleats, or hell, I done bought 10 pair of shoulder pads and gave them to kids because kids had big ass shoulder pads. I feel like they couldn't run with it. It's a lot of money, bro. It's thousands, bro. I'm out of thousands. I ain't gonna even sit up here and say, and I ain't gonna even be petty. Like I'm easily right now. If I'm coaching for 4 years, I probably spent like $40,000, bro, in the 4 years that I've been coaching football. And that's uniforms, shoulder pads, cleats, mouthpieces, all the necessities that you need in football, you guys know, man. Like, shit, come with the territory, man. If you're a head coach, and that's one of the reasons why some guys don't take the head coach position, because they feel like, listen, if I be a head coach, they know what comes with the shit. You gotta spend money. You understand what I'm saying? Versus being an assistant coach. I'm not obligated to spend nothing. You understand what I'm saying? But it's all on the head coach at the end of the day. If you want this, you want your team to look a certain way, and you know, Daryl, every time you see my team, man, niggas be laced top to bottom. You know what I'm saying? Socks matching, uniform, whether it's 4 or 5 of them. Because I can't look a certain way and my kids looking a certain way. You know what I'm saying? But I have fun doing it. But, most definitely spent thousands doing this shit, man. But I wouldn't take it back, bro. I wouldn't take it back. I ain't lost no family behind it. You know what I'm saying? My sons ain't jealous, but it costs a lot. Pay the cost to be the boss. That's what a head coach is. How do I balance fatherhood with being a coach? I'm going to be totally honest with this answer. Sometimes it can be challenging because my kids is in sports too. So by me being a head coach, I can't just drop certain things and just do certain things, especially when I got stuff of my own going on my own team. Do I have coaches in position? Yes, I do. But we got to, mind you, you got to understand that this is volunteer work. Don't nobody get paid to do it. So if I got an assistant coach, he might not can't make it because he got to do certain things, but he's assistant coach, but he's not obligated to be there like me. So my son might be playing soccer. My son Peyton, he plays soccer, he plays basketball. My oldest son play basketball. My youngest son, he don't play basketball, but he do things, you know what I'm saying? So, or football, he don't play sports, but he do other things that I might need to be there. So it can be real hard at times, bro. And me balancing, for the most part, I do good for the most part during football season. When it's not football season, of course I'm never my sons, but during football season, sometimes when they want me to be there, I might not can't be there because I'm dealing with my team, man. So it's like I say, it's a big toll, man. And I try to balance it as much as I can. But like I say, being a head coach, it's mandatory for you to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I might have to bring my sons up there on the field with me. They might not even want to be there. Me being a coach, I might be out on the field for 6 hours. And my kid might be ready to go. You know what I'm saying? I try to balance as much as I can, but sometimes I'm not gonna say I'm a perfect father when it comes to that, because you know what I'm saying, that comes with the territory. You know what I'm saying? I expected to volunteer. I volunteered. Now I grew a whole relationship with these other kids and these people depending on to see me, depending on me to be around, and it can be real challenging, bro. And like I say, anybody that's watching this, they know you being a coach, you being a head coach. Balance it. You can't say you balancing both of them, especially if you got kids that's in other sports. You know what I'm saying? I get it done when I can, but do I get it done enough? No, I don't. So these parents that's watching this, the parents that I have, you need to understand, it takes a lot for me to sacrifice to come out there and be with your kid, especially being away from my kid when I'm being with your kid. It takes a lot. Hard work, dedication, commitment, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I try to balance it as much as I can. This your man's Coach Monday, man. Organization Southfield Falcons. Right now, you're looking at Clean Sports.